Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't know what else, people, hi people, humans, animals that could have stumbled into YouTube, the flies on the wall, I think that's everybody. If I didn't get to you, I am terribly sorry. But welcome back to another Diecast review. Today we are going to be taking a look at 16, that's right, 16 new metal chassis 1/64 scale diecast arrivals, including a first-timer, 3 Kyle Larsons, and yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, so we're going to go ahead and just jump right into it with our first guy. Our first car on the list today, driver of the number 15 Rick Ware Racing Chevy Camaro ZL1, it is J.J. Yaley. Now this car is the first Rick Ware car I have ever actually had in any scale of any kind. Now that being said, I know that there are going to be some Joey Gase cars and Josh Bilicki. I believe those are the only 2 coming out, but there will be a couple of those coming later this year. Let's see, what is this? Arrowhead is the sponsor on the hood and on the side here. The number 15, which I will say I actually really like the font on the Rick Ware cars. But we do have J.J. Yaley up there. We got Yaley on the front and rear window. Going back around to this side here, we got number 15 again, Arrowhead. So very simple. It's a 1-sponsor car. It's Arrowhead in 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. And then the 15... and the Rick Ware Racing car here. So overall, I would say this car is definitely one of the better looking ones, and it's just, in general for me, it's nice to have somebody have a car like this that is, you know, like I said, my first Rick Ware car that I've ever had of any kind. So but yeah, that is our first arrival. Let's go ahead and take a look at our second. Our second is going to be the former driver of the number 2. This is Brad Keselowski and his number 2 Auto Trader Ford Mustang. You can see as you go down the left side, it is very nicely and very clean. You can see the orange with the kind of the stripes, or what? Not a stripe. It's like a faded line that kind of weaves down the side. Up at the front, though, you do have a black splitter. You got blue along the front of the bumper here, and you can see it actually goes down the side, up on top, on both sides there. Got our number 2. You can see the white outline's a little out of line, but not too bad. Yeah, I think those are metal. I can't tell. The rims inside here are either plastic or metal. I can't tell, but you do have the orange rims. This is one of the first ones I've seen that has the color, like a different color rim to it. So we do have those on here. We also do have Keselowski on the front and rear banner, Auto Trader, Worth, but overall just a very crisp car. That's the best way to put it. It's clean, it's crisp, sharp, good looking car, and the color combination of the Auto Trader has always been kind of neat. That blue and orange work really well together. The next one is also going to be another Brad Keselowski car. This is going to be his number 2 Freightliner car. Very, very clean car. It's an all black car. All around the top we do have some white accents on the spoiler and along the skirt, and then one stripe that kind of comes up from the fender. There we go. You can see on the front here where we got Freightliner. Weird thing is, this isn't even the only Freightliner car that came in. So we do have the number 2 there. You can see the nice white rims there. And it actually has the white Goodyear tires. So I guess this must have been a throwback? Is that what this is? Or did they do that on the dirt cars? Is this a dirt car? I'm not sure if this is a dirt car or a throwback, but it has the white Goodyear tires. And it doesn't show underneath, so you have to let me know. If you know for sure if this is a throwback or a dirt car. I think it's a throwback. I'm looking at some of the other cars, and I don't see any of them with the white Goodyear lettering, so... but yeah, very sharp looking car, the number 2 Freightliner car. Let's show the other Freightliner car off while we're at it. This is the number 5 of Kyle Larson. This was the car he ran at the Bristol Dirt Race. Obviously it got wrecked in that race, but we got that big blue number 5 on the door and on the roof. A very large door number. So you see a large number there and a large number there. I am a huge fan of large numbers. They really attract. I like that color. The paint scheme is actually the same as the HendrickCars.com one, as far as the way the swoosh goes, this little stripe here. That being said, not a huge fan of the color combination. I think that blue just really blends in awkwardly. Really, the only thing that I think would have made it better is maybe a different tone. I just think that blue is really weird. And so, yeah, it's not the biggest. I'm not the biggest fan of that one, but definitely Definitely still a good looking car. It's just not, it's not my favorite, because I will say the next car, actually the next two cars, are definitely a little bit higher on my list. The next one is going to be the Kyle Larson number 5 Nation's Guard Chevy Camaro. This is the one that ran in the Daytona 500 and a couple other places. You can see down the side that we get the black number 5, and on the roof we got the white number 5 with the green outline. You can see we got Larson on the window, front and rear. And then even just when you look at it from the front, it's very sharp with just those 2 green marks on there. Really looks good from really all angles. It's a good color combination, white, black, and green. Very simple. And it blends together really nicely. I think it looks really good. So, but yeah, that's our second of the Kyle Larson arrivals, and that's the box, so I always like to set them on top. The next one is going to be the Kyle Larson Throwback. This is the HendrickCars.com Throwback. You can see throwing back to this blue and red with the white. Actually, it's mostly white, I guess. You can see when you start on the front, it's white. We got these 2 red stripes that go down the side. They're almost more like an orange. You can see how bright they are. It says Kyle Larson up there. We got HendrickCars.com. Got our number 5 up there on the roof. He finished second in this car. Tried to run Truex down late in the race. Wasn't able to get there, but still, overall, a very nice looking throwback. Not sure what it was thrown back to, though. If you know for sure, let me know in the comments. Okay. So our next car is going to be another Hendrick car. This is going to be Alex Bowman's number 48 Ally car. Finally, we get the standard Ally car. We've actually gotten the Ally Best Friends car. Now it's time we get the original, or not the original, but the Ally Camaro, what am I trying to say? The standard. There we go. The standard finish car. So this is just the standard Ally car here. You can see we've got the purple across the front. We've got Ally, Bowman on the window, front and rear. There's our number 48 again over here on the right side. So yes, the metal chassis is in now for the Alex Bowman. We have 2 so far in. So we've got this one here and this one here. So 2 nice Alex Bowman cars in. I believe they'll be making some race versions of these, which will be pretty cool. So, you know, you Bowman fans out there have some cool ones, especially now that you'll have a new Vegas one to add to it. So, but still a good looking car. I'm definitely a fan of it. I still think I like his current car better color-wise. I still number location. Yeah, but, you know, I got to deal with it. Next one on the list is going to be William Byron's Exalta Chromax car. This is going to be, I believe it was called the Color of the Year. And so that Color of the Year, I'm not sure what, it must be the Chromax. Is that the color? But it's this yellowish color. So that's the Color of the Year for Exalta. You can see on the front, it's white with that color on the Exalta logo there. As we get towards the back, you can see our number 24. 3 of those kind of green stripes, and then we got Chromax XP, Liberty University. On the top, we do have the number 24 in that color as well. But a very interesting color. It's definitely rare. I haven't seen a race car with that on it before, so I still like his regular Exalta car better. I'm not gonna lie. It's just, that's my favorite, and I believe that's coming next week, so I can't wait for that, because I think so far the only Byron we got is the Liberty car. So. Next on our list, though, is going to be another throwback car. This is going to be Joey Logano's number 22 Pennzoil throwback car. You can see here it has got gold rims on it with the white Goodyear tires. We've got this big white dot in the middle where the number 22 is. Also the number 22 up there on the roof. You can see we got Pennzoil across the front, and then we got the Shell logo along with the black splitter and the red nose. As we move it over here to the side, you can see that white circle again with the number 22. And on the back, we've got that tall white spoiler and Pennzoil on the deck lid. The car really does look pretty sharp. It's definitely not one of my favorite throwbacks. It's just very bland and very plain, but it does have a decent color combination to it. I will say that. So as a Joey Logano fan, I'm sure I would pick it up, but being as I'm not a Joey Logano fan, and I'm not a huge fan of this color coordination, I probably wouldn't pick it up, but obviously I got one, so it looks pretty good though. It's not the worst in the world, but it's definitely, I still think Truex's throwback and Larson's throwback is better so far, so we'll see what other throwbacks we come across. So the next car on the list is going to be the Kevin Harvick Busch Light for the Farmers car. This is the same car that he won with at Atlanta in 2020. Obviously, they reran it in 2021. You can see we got hashtag for the Farmers. You can see the Busch Light can there. I can confirm Busch Light is very, 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 very popular here in the Midwest. And there is actually an ear of some type of vegetable there. God, I wish I could say it. There's one of you guys that is a regular viewer of these videos will know exactly what these little yellow vegetables that are around here are. You'll know. I can't figure it out for sure, so I'm teasing. I know exactly, but yeah, you can go ahead and comment below. We can have a little fun down below, but Good looking car though, not bad. Obviously, I'm biased. So the next car we're going to take a look at is the Eric Jones. This is the RP Funding car. You can see, oh, here we go. You can see right there, we got the classic Petty Swoosh, number 43, RP Funding. The fade or the transition, horrible. Did not do that well. So you can see on the 2 spots where it's supposed to transition, really doesn't transition real well. I don't know, can't fix it, I guess. You got Jones on the rear window and front window, the nice red 43 on the roof, and then Check It for Andretti on the roof as well. We got our Camaro front end and everything, so good looking car on here, but I believe the Tide one is coming. I'm excited for that. I don't know, I just can't quit looking forward. There's some good cars coming. So next on our list is going to be our current, I don't know what you want to say, current star of the week maybe? Kyle Busch and his Snickers Peanut Brownie car. You can see here it's got the Snickers Peanut Brownie on the hood. It's a all purple car, kind of all the way around, a very interesting gloss purple. There you see a graphic for a broken apart Snickers. Got Snickers across the back here, Ream, the ethanol ring, Kyle Busch on the front and rear window. As we go to the right side, we got that 18 right on that little broken Snickers bar, but that purple really does pop very nicely. It's not super aggressive and bright where it like really catches you, but the purple does show through very nicely. It's definitely a nice looking color. So it surprised me. It's not one that I ever would have picked, but seeing it up close looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. So we're down to our final 4. These are, in my opinion, some of the 4 best looking ones out there. We're going to start with number 4 of that list. Again, these are just strict up on opinions, but this is Michael McDowell's number 34 FR8 Auctions, or Freight Auctions, Ford Mustang. Now, this is the same sponsor that runs with Brett Moffitt regularly, so I 100% support I can't remember if it's FR8 or Freight, but I 100% like this, the sponsor of Freight Auctions. Also, they have the Brave Like Wyatt banner back here. That, I believe, the green is not leukemia. I can't remember what it is, the green ribbon, but that has been on the other freight auction cars, having that on there. So that's really cool that they were able to put that on both Moffitt's and Michael McDowell's car. But you can see, honestly, I really do like the color combination. The white going into this black here, the black number with the red on the roof. The colors really do blend together nicely. The logo, honestly, one of the sharper logos for a sponsor. I really like it. Hopefully they can run that on the O2 some more this year, and maybe we can get another O2 car offered. That'd be nice, as a Moffitt fan. So yeah, definitely a big fan though. But yeah, that's our Michael McDowell car for number 4. Number 3 on the list is actually going to be Las Vegas native Curt Bush in the Advent Health Chevy Camaro ZL1. You can see here we got our number 1 up there on the roof. We got Curt Bush. We got Advent Health, which is centered-ish. It doesn't seem centered. Maybe it's not, but I don't know. Maybe it's just off. I can't tell. But you do have Advent Health there on the hood. You got our number 1 here on the side. We got Advent Health, the ethanol ring, the rubber tires. You can see there's a lot of open spots here and just around this car. This car is missing the Monster logos, so that's why you're not going to see as many of them. Oddly enough, though, it looks like we're also missing the gear wrench logos. So apparently there must have been some kind of issue with sponsorship on this car, because they appear to not want to share their car very often, because I don't see any sponsors besides Advent Health on this one. So I find that a little weird that, you know, they didn't get all the other sponsors. So the number 2 car on this list is going to be the number 33 Verizon 5G, your current Daytona 500 winner, Austin Cindric. You can see it actually does have the square on the roof for when they have that hatch, but we got 5G up here on the front. We got the number 33. We got the white rims. Very sharp looking paint scheme. The red, the black look very, very nice together. You know, Verizon actually has a really nice paint scheme. The red, white, and black just look good together. Having matte black especially keeps this thing looking really sharp, and having 5G up on the hood keeps it real simple. So very good looking paint scheme. The 33 is a Penske number that just is very odd, kind of comes out of nowhere and then immediately disappears again. So kind of funny that way, but you know, I don't mind it. And my favorite car in this list, it could be surprising to some, but I just have a real man crush on this car. This is the number 99 iFly car of Daniel Suarez. Now this car is a red, white, and blue masterpiece. The number 99 I think could be a little bit bigger, but just the way that the red, white, and blue really do flow together all around the car. Even on the hood, you got blue, you got iFly with the logo there, so we got a decent amount of white and red mixed in. You get to the side, the white and red seems a little heavy with a nice mix of blue, kind of an even split as you go down the side. Up on the roof, you got a little bit more red than blue, but just a really good combination in terms of balance of the colors. There's not too much blue for a primary. There's not too much red as a secondary and white as a secondary, so I think it looks really, really sharp. It's almost like they split the car, 40-40-20, or like even more even spread than that. But you got Suarez on the front windows and stuff, but this is one of my favorite paint schemes. I just have a huge man crush on this car. I love it. Worst thing is it's not even my absolute favorite. I think the Camping World might be even better. But anyway, that is all of them. That is all 16 of them. I'm going to go ahead and put them back in order in terms of my personal, my personal favorites in that order that I have them in. It's definitely not an overly organized, I shouldn't say overly organized. It's not overly, aggressively thought out. But that being said, I'm going to put them in the order just so I've got them there and we can get a group shot to end the video. All of these cars are available at rasdiecast.com. These are metal chassis, so there are a couple of each remaining. I do carry a lot of other 1/64th metal chassis that have been released so far. So if you're interested, you can check them out at rasdiecast.com. I know we've got some coming in next week, so if you're excited for those releases, stay tuned to the channel. We will have them up there as well. But other than that, I'm putting them together here to try and get a nice lineup. And I forgot 16 cars is a little bit more than I was expecting. So there we go. There we go. All right, let's get them all lined up just the way we want it. There we go. Okay, so there they are, everybody. That is the 16 cars from this current release. Daniel Suarez up there on the far right, all the way back to Kyle Busch. So I really like this wave. It's not my personal favorite wave so far, but it's a really nice wave. You got a couple of standard finish or standard paint schemes that are kind of run every week, but then you got a nice mix of other colors and other options in there. So I'm a fan of these. I really like the higher grade. Obviously, I've got plenty of them along the wall back here, so there are plenty of metal chassis starting to fill in. This wall's going to get nice and tall by the end of it, but what can I say? I'm Trump. I'm going to build the wall. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on these in the comments below. Check out the description for links to these on the website. But other than that, this has been Race Grace. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Diecast review.